Hey folks, Dr. Mike here for Renaissance Periodization, Strength Training Made Simple number 4. How heavy should you lift? As heavy as possible, bro. We're training for strength. Sort of. Let's take a look at the details. Lots of research on this, so this is very scientifically backed. Anything under roughly 80% of your 1 rep max, lower than 80% of your 1 rep max, can absolutely improve strength. But per working set that you do, not very efficiently, not most efficiently as compared to slightly heavier weights. Now, lifts under 80% of your 1 rep max cause lots of muscle growth, but directly strength we can use, what's called basic strength, they're not the most efficient at developing. And for advanced athletes, lifting much lighter than 80% can actually throw off the nervous system's peak ability to generate force and make you, while bigger in the short term, a little bit weaker. So anything under 80% 1RM, not ideal for enhancing strength in the short and medium term. So at the end of the day, the nervous system is something we're training in a huge respect, and anything much under 80% 1 rep max just doesn't stimulate it enough with high force production in order to get the best possible gains. So you might be thinking, the more we can lift, the better. The higher percent of 1RM, the better, and you would be completely correct. Anything over, even as high as 92.5% above your 1 rep max, above 92.5% of your 1RM, real close to your actual 1RM, does improve strength really, really well. But it has a dark downside. It doesn't do so very efficiently per work set because it's just not enough work. If you do a set with something like 80 to 92.5% of your 1RM, you can do multiple reps in that set, like 3 to 6, and get a lot of stimulus because each rep adds a little bit more to making you stronger. But if you do 92.5 plus, that's like maybe 2 reps, usually just 1, and you have to do tons and tons of sets to get the same bang for the buck, and that ends up being not super efficient. Another dark side, lifting that heavy regularly to try to build your strength, not just peak to express it once it's already there, causes lots of joint and connective tissue fatigue. Maxing out often is not a good idea. In addition to that, it risks acute injury more. Anytime you go ultra heavy, you're rolling the dice a little bit. It's better to go pretty heavy, but not ultra heavy, so you're rolling the dice a little bit less on injury. Going above 92.5% of your 1RM is essential for the best peaking to make you short-term as strong as possible. But building basic strength is better done slightly lighter than that. Where does that leave us for loading recommendations? Number 1, anything in that 80% roughly to 92.5% of 1RM range will cause excellent strength gains, plain and simple. Now, this means in real world terms, who the hell is going to do all that math? I sure as hell am not. Roughly sets of 3 to 6 repetitions. Okay, that doesn't mean exactly 80 to 92.5% for everyone, because people are different, and some people can crank out 80 for sets of 15, and some people can only do a set of 4 with 80%. So what you want to do is find your own challenging loads that correspond to tough sets of 3 to 6. That's where you're going to build most of your strength. Now, that doesn't apply to every single lift, because some lifts like assistance work, more isolation lifts, are a little bit not safe to train at that range, and also maybe it's not enough volume per set because they're such short range of motion lifts. For them, for strength development, sets of 5 to 8 might be a little bit better. This is for direct strength training. So if you want your skull crushers to become stronger, not bigger triceps, but a stronger skull crusher, sets of 5 to 8 are probably best for that, versus in an actual bench press, because it's more compound, it's safer and more effective to do sets of 3 to 6. For hypertrophy work, in order to get bigger muscles for strength training, we'll cover that later, but hint, hint, the rep range is more like sets of 5 to 10. But for actual strengthening of compound lifts, sets of 3 to 6 are best, and for more isolation type of lifts, sets of 5 to 8 reps are probably best. Now, here's an easy rule you can follow right very now for basic strength load selection. If you can do easy sets of 7 or more reps with it, it's too light. And if you can't do at least a few sets of 3 with it, it's too heavy to make you strong over the long term. Folks, thanks for tuning in. See you next time for the next video.